Nan Huai-Chin. So, some true meditators are able to foretell the future, see Bodhisattvas, and perceive various realms. Case Study 3. Female Art Teacher. Translation. This woman is around 45 years old. 10 years ago, she started practicing automatic drawing whatever comes to mind without thinking, and has been doing it for 14 years. In the past 2 years, she began practicing natural drawing, which involves effortlessly drawing her inner emotional and psychological experiences. This began quite unexpectedly. 2 years ago, while drawing, she suddenly fainted. When she woke up, she found herself lying on the floor, her body trembling intensely, and feeling a massive surge of energy inside her. This lasted for about half an hour. The next morning, during her yoga practice, the same thing happened when she tried her first natural drawing. Soon she completed her second natural drawing. She could feel a powerful energy flow and internal heat. At the time, she didn't know who she was or where she was. She became worried that she was going crazy and began to feel anxious, along with headaches. She then created a third natural drawing based on her hallucinations. This led to a complete breakdown. She developed depression, felt like she was dying, and cried frequently. Her fourth natural drawing was titled Split, reflecting her psychological state at that time. In the next 2 days, she drew her own face and a snake coiled around her head. One night, upon waking, she felt her entire body trembling and saw a red monster with an elephant's face, which placed its finger on her forehead. She also dreamt that the eyes on her canvas turned into real eyes. The next morning, she drew a red and blue man who was healing her injured head, and she also drew the man giving birth to a child. On another occasion, she drew a red octopus and, in a state of extreme surprise, depicted a head placed on a black skull. After completing this drawing, she felt a sense of rebirth. When she painted her 33rd natural drawing, she entered a depressive state again, feeling as though she was trapped in a concentration camp, which was reflected in her art. She then drew an egg, from which a wave-like figure emerged, and soon after she felt revitalized and her life seemed whole again. Later, she experienced a burning sensation in her legs, which spread to her chest and arms. She had fever and chills, couldn't eat, and felt pain on the sides of her head and behind her eyes, with elevated blood pressure. Her left big toe also hurt, as though the nail had been pulled out, even though it wasn't bleeding. Additionally, she lost her hearing for about an hour, believing she was going to die. Doctors found nothing unusual. She later felt a sensation of her throat opening, while simultaneously experiencing difficulty breathing and increased pressure in her head. These experiences seemed related to her yoga practice and artistic work. Eventually, she began teaching, feeling that teaching helped stabilize her emotions. Master Huai, this person's experiences are different from the previous two. First, it's important to note that she practices yoga. Second, she has neck problems. Third, there seems to be an issue with her brain nerves, and she should have her brain examined. Her experiences are a result of the six consciousnesses, single image consciousness. We are normally able to think and combine sensory input from the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body to make distinctions and logic. This is the function of the sixth consciousness's discriminating mind, also known as the conscious mind. Another aspect of the sixth consciousness is called single image consciousness or single head consciousness. For the sixth consciousness to function, it needs to be coordinated with the five senses: eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness. For instance, when we read, we think about what we are reading, determining whether it makes sense. This is the function of consciousness. Single image consciousness works independently, as seen in dreams. In dreams, we can see things, smell things, taste things, and feel pain, even though the body is still asleep. Thus, the sensory functions of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body are involved in the consciousness realm, and the independent image realm, single head function, is also a function of consciousness. In modern Western psychology, the subconscious or unconscious mind refers to the effects of single image and single head consciousness. When do these independent image states arise? There are three main situations. The first is during dreams. Dreams, upon closer analysis, can involve past, present, and future lives, or they may mix together like a cartoon. The second is when individuals have mental health issues and experience various illusions, which are also the result of single image consciousness. The third is during meditation. So some true meditators can foretell the future, see Bodhisattvas, and experience various realms. During the day, we also experience single image consciousness, such as in daydreams. For example, when you are concentrating on reading or working in an office, a thought or vision might suddenly arise. That is also the effect of single image consciousness. Generally, people who practice Buddhism or Taoism are not able to distinguish these experiences clearly and often confuse them. That is why Zen masters have two sayings to criticize such confusion. Understanding the teaching but not the practice is like a muddled talker, referring to those who practice sitting meditation or Zen without understanding the teachings and logic of Buddhism. Understanding the teaching but not the practice is like a one-eyed dragon, referring to those who understand the scriptures and concepts but have never really practiced meditation and thus cannot truly see. Now, let's look back at this case. This woman has physiological issues, particularly with her brain nerves. It's not a serious condition, but her sensory experience is different from others due to a cortical issue, which triggered her single image state. The drawings she made were all the result of this independent image consciousness. The images in her drawings are connected to her past experiences, including childhood cartoons and memories.